Hello everyone, as usual it's me Pavlo, and today I've got for you a layered daily dose of Ukrainian accent. We are going to talk about interesting earbuds of LED heads TRN Seahorse Pro. As you can easily see, they continue using their deep underwater theme for both design and naming. And for the Pro version of their popular earbuds Seahorse, they definitely put a lot of effort. So here you'll get shells made of aluminium, 14.2 millimeter dynamic drivers, and high quality replaceable cables. And actually all this for price less than $50, which makes everything much more interesting, at least for me. So let's have a closer look. Package and aptfully looks great. All this underwater stylistics works well for the TRN, and the Seahorse Pro is not an exception. They put actually a seahorse and this foiled texture here. What I really like on the backside, they put a mention the product may be upgraded, the drawings are for reference only, and only drawing you have is actually this seahorse. So maybe they're going to upgrade seahorses, who knows. Anyway, inside you'll get nice black cardboard box. I like when it's not a plain cardboard but have a texture. Actually you'll get a plastic case, which in my opinion boosts overall value pretty significantly, with stock cable and lanyard if you want to carry case with you. Then you'll get earpieces themselves, and underneath some extra accessories. So let's check them out, but probably it's just foam and some fit rings. So let's open it carefully. No, but not as usual. So here what we have, yep, classic foams, and here if it will be just regular foams I will be a bit disappointed, but not too much. And here you get silicone rubber rings that are created to improve the grip of earpieces with your ear but without affecting the sound. In terms of design, everything is pretty simple and straightforward. Earbuds are made of metal, they look really nice. They put small captions about left and right on the inner side, but unfortunately I don't see any tactile difference, which would be really nice actually in everyday usage, because you need to distinguish them fast and they are pretty much symmetrical. So here is additional venting, so they are pretty open, interesting design of the grill, and of course overall really good build quality and stylish look. They fitting pretty well into ears. Despite being made of metal, they are not super heavy, so comfort is pretty good. At least for me, of course, because it's a bit subjective thing. As usual, you can wear them cable down or over the ear, but for earbuds, I think cable down wearing makes more sense. But over the ear wearing is kind of an option here too. Cable is made replaceable, here used 2-pin connectors, but you can see that sockets are pretty much recessed. Maybe it's because they wanted to make a pretty noticeable notch and groove to provide a proper polarity, because otherwise it would be really hard to maintain it. So connectors fit really flush with the stem of the earbud, and in general looks pretty attractive. Also, it's important to have a cable with low microphonics, and this one not super soft, but flexible enough to provide comfortable wearing with earphones. Overall, it looks like really high quality wiring, so typical schema with tube insulation, and cable is going inside. It goes to the splitter with the chin slider, and below goes to the regular 3.5mm jack. Overall, in terms of design, I'd probably said that it's also a really well-made model. As usual, when we are talking about the sound of flatheads, keep in mind that it's even more subjective than for regular IEMs, because flatheads are more dependent on the feet, and their feet is more dependent on the shape of your outer ear. So here I describe just my impressions, and yours can be different. Actually, I already seen really different impressions of the Seahorse Pro. So, to my ears, it's a mid and treble centric earbuds. Bass is present and it's pretty deep, but it's not really forward. It's lacking a bit of weight and presence, but instead offering good detalization. So it's enough to build the foundation, but it's not like powerful and strong bass. I've even used these foam tips to slightly emphasize low frequencies by muting higher frequencies, but still it's a bass light earbuds for me. But still, when we come to tracks like Get Lucky, it's enough of bass for me, but of course it's far from the amount of low frequencies that some IEMs or bassy earbuds can offer. Still, foundation is pretty nice in terms of execution, and separation from mids allows the mid frequencies to shine. Mids are natural, transparent, with good weight distribution, but they definitely rely on the quality of record here, because detalization and technicality here is pretty nice, but without focusing too much on the micro contrast. So instruments are really well presented, and vocals have good emotions. Imaginary stage is really big, noticeably above average, and typically for earbuds you're getting out of your head sound. You of sacrificing sound isolation with flatheads, but instead you getting that type of sound around you type of stage building when music beautifully blends with exterior sounds, and that also helps them build a really good and impressive stage. Example for the mid frequencies is Down by the Riverside by Louis Armstrong, and I really like that representation of the voice, all nuances and details that are present here, and really well represented. High frequencies are energetic, but for me not harsh. But probably if you sensitive for the high frequencies, it can be a bit on the brighter side for you. But for me, it's really good with nice extension, above average, not maximum, but really nice. And good basic and advanced overtones. Layering is almost non-present, but it's something to expect for this price range. So in general, for this tire, it's a pretty good, energetic, and well-saturated treble that gives a lot of airness to the sound. And example for the high frequencies, it's Sultans of Swing by Straits, and this track has a lot of percussions, and they are really nice represented with pleasant tickling of ears, and with all nuances. In terms of pairing, these earbuds are pretty versatile, but still some kind of DAC will be a plus for them. maybe something warmer, like for example Shanling offers, but something that will show the technicalities will be a good plus. In terms of comparisons, probably the only earbuds that came to my mind, it's Flathead Audio Studio. They are also mid and treble centric, but here this accent is even slightly more, with less weight on the bass and more airy and spacious treble. So to summarize everything, really premium in terms of exterior, and in terms of sound, it's not a universal model, but for some people who prefer clean and crisp mids and airy representation, it can be also a really decent option. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course, have a great day.